Everyone to our video. I am Muhammad Ali bin Osli, and today we are diving into a topic that has sparked debates and discussion throughout history, especially in Malaysia, regarding the polygamy. We will explore the various facts of this practice, examining its cultural, historical, and social dimension. Join me as we unravel the complexities surrounding polygamy and aim to foster a better understanding of this age-old institution. Let's go. We will
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today, Amri bin Zulkifli, we have
Me, Muhammad Kamal Hadi bin Tubanirif, I'm a student from IIT.
Alright, so Brother Iqbal, for my first questions, what do you think about polygamy in this current day?
In my opinion, polygamy is allowable in Islam, but it comes with conditions. First, the husband must be capable of providing financial assistance towards all the wife that he has. And second, he must be fair. Must be fair towards all of them in every aspect, like the emotional aspect, the and so on.
Alright, so for my last question, do you have any friends or maybe your family members that practice polygamy?
Actually, I don't have any friend or family that practice polygamy, but I do have a teacher from my past school, Kisas. He practice polygamy, and I think he has 3 wives, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, he's capable of managing that, and I see that he do have a very happy family.
Alright, so before we end it, I have an additional question for you. Do you have maybe a slight intention to practice polygamy in the future?
The question is attack, but for the sake of answering your question, for now, no. But maybe in the future, if like someone propose to me and I consult my wife and she agrees, so why not? Right?
Alright, so it's a very genuine answer for me. So I think that's all for this interview session. So yeah, thank you. Alright, so now we have Sister Kyra. Can you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Nikarita Amada binti Muhammad Nasir, and I from the history department.
Alright, Sister Kyra, I have 3 questions for you. So for my first question, what do you think and what is your opinion about polygamy in women perspective?
I think like if the husband can be just to his wife, like maybe I'm okay. But if you ask my personal opinion, like I don't want to be a second chance to my husband, like because why would he want 2 wives instead of 1?
Alright, Sister Kyra, so for my second questions, what do you think and what is your opinion towards men who have maybe a slightly intention to practice polygamy in the future?
I think it's such a red flag for me, because like do the man think that they can afford the current economy right now to sustain a 2 wife, and like having a responsibility to actually fulfill all their needs with 2 wife and plus the kids, or yeah, that's the thing.
Alright, so for my last questions, what if your future husband trying to search for the new or maybe the second wife, and what is your reaction, and also what is your action towards your future husband?
Okay, I think for this issue, I will look to the how Aisyah Hijana action towards his husband Alif Vega in regards of this matter, because like Aisyah Hijana she was like really good in making a decision, like in which she secured all of the property and all of the rights with his husband to ensure that the kids or the children they will live in a very very good living, because like she have the all the rights, and that's the thing that she's supposed to get from his husband, for her husband.
So it means that you are okay if your husband trying to search for new one.
Maybe the first thing I will do is take a deep breath, like just be calm first before make any decision. Like it's easier said than done, but yeah.
Alright, so I think that's all for this interview session with Sister Khaira. Thank you to Sister Khaira.
Welcome.
That's all.
Meanwhile,
My name is Aiman from CCFM. So here with me now is our Mahalah Representative Council from Mahalah Salahuddin. So I will interview her about our topic research. The first question is I want to ask, what is your stand about polygamy?
Okay, so my stand for polygamy is, I think it's not practical at all for our community right now, because first, our economy is very
Unstable.
unstable. It's very unstable, and also we should think many aspects before we take polygamy. First, we should look in aspect of whether the man, the husband, can give his spouse
Can afford the polygamy. Not afford.
afford mentally
Mentally,
and physically.
okay.
I mean, physically maybe in terms of money, what he can give his wife, but also the most important thing is he must consider the psychological aspect. I mean, most of men who want to marry another one, he did not emphasize psychologically part, and
Okay.
that's why it's become a problem for polygamy, and that's why many people despise polygamy.
Okay, interesting. So what she said basically, polygamy is legal, but it's very complicated because we need to consider a lot of aspects before we do polygamy. So thank you, Hawa, for the interview. Nice answer. That's all.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So to conclude our video assignment, which is under the topic of polygamy, basically discussion in regards to polygamy in Malaysia mainly revolves around three main points, which are religion or religious aspects, social cultural values, and the legal perspective on polygamy. So the first point, which is the religious perspective on polygamy. So to discuss this point, we first need to look at the Islamic rule itself. So Islamic law, which is derived from Quran and Sunnah, which is the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So Islamic law basically provides or permits for its followers to practice polygamy. This can be found in Surah An-Nisa verse 3, which scholars would usually cite when discussing polygamy, or Muslim preachers would also cite this ayah when discussing regarding polygamy, which explicitly provides and permits for Muslim men to contract more than one marriage. So from this ayah, or from this provision in the Quran, it clears the doubt whether polygamy is permitted or not for Muslim men. So there is no doubt whether polygamy is allowed or not. And also citing historical examples from Muslim scholars which has also practiced polygamy, and also Muslim public figures even nowadays, for example Ustaz Hazhar Idrus, that also practice polygamy, which can also be a good argument because they practice polygamy and they have no problem with it, even their wives. And this, it can be a good argument because polygamy, when practiced according to Islam, can solve certain social issues such as providing for widows and whatnot. And that is all basically for the first point in regards to religion perspective. The second would be social and cultural perspective. So in Malaysia, there's not much to discuss in regards to social cultural perspective on polygamy, because it mainly involves critics to polygamy, because discussion under the lens of social and cultural basically considers the societal implication from polygamy, which is whether or not the husband can be just among their wives, which is a valid argument. But most of the time, the discussion in regards to polygamy under the social and cultural aspects would lead to a debate led by emotions, which is not a good form of debate. So basically, in short, discussion regarding polygamy through the social and cultural aspects would most of the time be a negative discussion, because although polygamy is accepted, is allowed by Islam, which is the religion of the majority of the citizen in Malaysia, it is not culturally accepted by people in Malaysia. So basically, that's it. And moving to the legal perspective on polygamy. So basically, under the legal perspective on polygamy, polygamy itself falls under family law, and family law falls under each state because it governs Muslim only. And as we know, non-Muslims in Malaysia cannot practice polygamy, because under the Law Reform Act, which is the family law for non-Muslims, it provides that no person can contract into more than one marriage. So that's basically it for non-Muslims. So under the Islamic Family Law Act, it provides that Muslim men can contract into multiple marriage. Take, for example, the Islamic Family Law Act for Federal Territories, under Section 23 of the Act, it provides basically for the procedure for the man to contract into another marriage, and also the grounds which would constitute the man to be eligible to contract into another marriage, and also it provides the condition where the man needs to have the means to provide for the previous marriage and also the marriage that he is to contract into. So basically, on the legal perspective, there are because family law, as you know, is governed by each state. So one state may differ from another. So there would be states that is more lenient in regards to polygamy, and there are states that are much stricter. The federal territory, for example, the husband needs to obtain the consent from the first wife in order to contract into another marriage. So basically, under the legal perspective, Malaysia has its law. However, it differs from one state to another. However, it is a complete, I would say, complete rule that governs Malaysian Muslim men in regards to polygamy. So, in conclusion, discussion on polygamy in Malaysia basically revolves around the three main points that I've just discussed earlier. So, however, we as Muslims should always be wary and be careful in discussing the topic of polygamy, because most of the time it will get heated, or it will be led by emotions, and we do not want this kind of discussion because we as Muslims should never in any way express dissatisfaction with this ruling, because as we all know, polygamy itself it is allowed by Islam. It is a ruling that has been legislated by Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. We as His servant is never in any position to be against this ruling. So basically, that's it for our video, and thank you for your kind attention.